Okay, welcome to day number 2. My friends, this is where we get started on your true breakthrough. Now, yesterday, you had the chance to go through your personal breakthrough. You were presented with the personal breakthrough, that worksheet. Your goal was to do your homework. Now, I hope each and every one of you did your homework and assigned that real objective, that goal, the thing you can reach for every single day, and especially over the next 14 days. So Mark and Chris, is your homework done?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So let's go over what you guys went over last night. Okay. Give me your personal goals as you outline them to be in your breakthrough. Either one.
Well, my 14-day goal is $2,500. I'd like to earn $2,500 in the next 14 days with the program. My 30-day goal is $7,500. And then, of course, my year-end goal is $250,000.
So you basically set up a program that says, I can live my life, yours, on your terms. So you're all in this process, because with those kind of numbers, it's not like you're trying to be able to buy a new pair of shoes.
That's right.
Or go on a vacation someplace. You're trying to quit everything you're doing in the mortgage world and go 100% in to the online space.
That's right. I actually wrote it down on the sheet. Is my goal after the 12 months at 250 is to quit my job.
Awesome. Love it. Chris, what do you got?
For me, the 14-day goal is $2,500.
Okay.
That just shows me legitimacy. You know, it gives me a little taste.
Sure.
And then at the 30-day goal, it's $5,000. That shows me that you can actually earn the income, that living. And then after 12 months, it's $250, and that will give me the ability to quit my job and provide the lifestyle for my family that I'd like to.
Awesome. Okay, so looking at your guys' 2 goals just by yourself, you say to yourself, I want to go deeply in the online space.
All in.
I want $500,000 a year for my family.
That's right.
I want to live life on my terms, on your terms.
That's right.
We're trying to hit a home run here.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. This is great.
Change.
Now think about it. What are you guys going to do? What is your goal? Did you assess your goal, your dream, your program to go all in? I mean, listen to this idea. If you're going to do something normal or average or step by step or dainty yourself into it, you'll get normal results. I mean, think about the greatest advertising campaign in the whole wide world, or any advertising campaign. You turn the TV set on, they say, hey, listen, come buy this new hairdressing stuff or mascara stuff or new shoes or whatever you're going to buy. Come buy this new product, because it's a great average product. Oh, sorry, it's just average. And it will give you average results, and it will give you a normal life, and it will give you every part of a normal average life you want. You'll probably say to yourself, no, not exactly the word I'm looking for. So listen, if you're gonna go all in, you gotta go multiplying everything by 10. Massive action for massive results. And your joy, your opportunity, your expectation for yourself should be, I want results. Now, Mark and Chris are standing here in front of me saying, Jason, I want to go in this space, and in 14 days, I want to put $5,000 in our family pocket. I want to put serious money over the next 30 days. I want to put serious money over the next year. And you know something? It's not unrealistic in any way, shape, or form. Set your goals to something you understand and that you can obtain, but go 10 times beyond that. And that will show you something. If you fall short of your goal, would you rather fall short of a goal of literally saying, I want to generate $1 million over the next 12 months, and you only generate 200,000? Or I want to generate $10 million and you generate $1 million? I'd rather fall short of a lofty goal than saying, all I want to do is pay my rent. That's not the goal we want to set. So your breakthrough, your homework, I hope you did it, because it sets a precedent for what we're about ready to go into today. Ready to rock and roll?
We're ready.
Okay, so welcome to day number 2, my friends. Day number 2, we outline and go deep into the idea of making sure everyone's on a level playing field. Now, some of you guys and gals who are listening to me and watching this program and engaging Project Breakthrough may have been in the online space for a long time. You may have actually run online campaigns. You may understand the internet business. You may understand how to make money from home or make money in your own terms. These are great things. I'm going to take this right point right now to make sure everyone understands every terminology. So those of you who know nothing about the online space, you don't know what a click is, what an affiliate is, what anything is about this space. Today is the day we go down and make sure you're all on the same page. There's nothing that you can't ask and nothing you don't deserve to know. So if you think that as we go through today's session, you're a little bit too, elementary, stay tuned, hang on, you can't skip through it. I want to make sure you've got every single point, because if you understand what we're talking about today, as we get into day 3, 4, 5, and 6, it will begin to make more and more sense step by step by step, and you won't be wondering, what does that really mean? You can refer back to day number 2 and answer your questions, okay? All right, here's a cool thing. I want you to make sure that you guys, Mark and Chris, and everybody who's listening to me, understand the online industry. I've done it for 20 years. I don't know how to do anything else. Honestly, if you told me to go lay bricks for a living, I would have no clue where to pick up the bag and carry it to the guy to put it on the brick world. I have no clue whatsoever. All I know is .coms. I grew up in it. I live in it. I was one of the one of the guys in the very beginning of the world getting into this space. And I got really fortunate to be around the 1999, 98, 96, those time periods when the .com was just beginning to blossom, just beginning to come of age, and no one had any credibility for it. That's when I got into it. So I was one of those guys who was just throwing caution to the wind, trying to figure it out. So in 20 years, I'm gonna give you the few points, the few terms that you guys need to understand throughout this whole program. There's a lot more you can learn and know, and I can help you get to that detail, but right now, let's get the foundation. So my friends, listen up. You're about to join an industry that I love and I'm passionate about in every single way. But listen, everything has a beginning. Everything has a stage 1, the very first day. And believe it or not, I like to say the online marketing industry began on October 27th, 1994. And that's a day for me that will live in infamy, not like December 7th or things of that nature, but a day that it began. But that's when Hotwire magazine began to do the very first advertisement, a banner ad, if you will. And I can tell you, I got into the space just after that. A year later, I got into the space, but a year and a half later, I got into it because I began to see this trend begin to go. So 1994 is when everything began. This industry started at the very, very, very small end of the world and began to just blossom into a multi-billion-dollar industry. And you've heard about it. You've seen it all around. Today, we're going to begin to understand it and get some details about it. So if you ever ask yourself the question, what's a little trivia bit that I can hang on to that I can go back into? Well, now you know, if you learn nothing else from this entire 14 days and you decided to listen to all these great tools, you know that on October 27th, 1994, this world began that you're now entering into. By 96, things began to grow, things began to get in gear, and that's when I got the bug. That's when I saw something that was real. Realized that I did not have to go back to school or go back to here or go over to some other place to figure out how to make a real, true living and start living my life on my terms. So one of the things that began in this process was something called affiliate marketing. Now this is where you're going to begin your world at. This is where everything kind of comes together at, okay? And affiliate marketing is a new kind of a concept back in 96. It was just getting itself going. But now today, back in 2016, we realize that this world that we live in is all about affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing began with the idea that we can give us a spiff or a kicker or a bonus or a little cash referral fee for generating a commission. It's not something that's brand new. It's been going on for years and years and years and years. So listen, my friend, if you've ever had a sales job in any capacity whatsoever, well, you're going to sell a product, and that product, once you sell it, they're going to pay you a commission. Well, that's exactly where the sales process began that birthed out the concept of affiliate marketing. But it goes a little bit further. Affiliate marketing began with the idea that someone could walk into a store and buy something. But who sent that person to the store? Who was the person that brought them in and brought them to the store? They didn't sell it per se, but they brought the two connections together. They said, you got a product over here, and on the other side, you know somebody who might be interested in that product. So what do? If you send me a referral, I'll give you a thank you fee. And that thank you fee is the best way to understand an affiliate fee. It's a thank you for a referral. It's a little love that goes a long way. So affiliate marketing, I got a little definition for you guys to look into so you understand it. And I'm going to read this to you, and you can take a look at my screen, make sure you understand it specifically because it kind of brings it all together. Affiliate marketing is a widespread method of promoting a website in which an affiliate is rewarded for every visitor, subscriber, and or customer provided through his or her efforts. It is a modern variation of a practice of paying a finder's fee to individuals who introduce new clients to a business. Compensation may be based on certain values such as pay-per-click, pay-per-lead, pay-per-sale, etc. And in essence, that's your affiliate marketing world. So understanding this concept of building a system of taking a user from point A to point B, that's affiliate marketing. So establishing a revenue solution that is around that concept, that's where you can begin to make money off of other people's products. So being an affiliate is what you're going to become, and exactly what you're going to become. You're going to understand what it is to be an affiliate. And you guys saw clearly yesterday what Vick had done. And all the time he worked just as an affiliate, he generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in the online space as an affiliate and only as an affiliate. You can do the exact same thing. I've done it time and time and time again. You start with the lowest common denominator in every aspect whatsoever to get the highest possible results. So in essence, online marketing is the idea of driving traffic different places all across the world to different websites from different methodologies. All kind of ways to do that. And I'm going to explain that to you step by step by step. But an affiliate is the guy who gets that finder's fee for an action. There's all kinds of actions, my friends. There is just sending a user to a website. You can get paid just for that as an affiliate. If a user clicks someplace, you can get paid just for that as an affiliate. If a user buys something on someone's website, you can get paid for that in all kinds of methodologies. So affiliates really are the backbone of the online advertising industry. Let's keep going. Affiliates need a place to work, okay? If you're going to receive these commissions from these merchants or these advertisers, you need some kind of a system, some kind of a methodology or some kind of an organization where you can find these places. Imagine this, if you will, and listen up very clearly. Imagine if you can go to a website and find a list of a ton of advertisers and or merchants, all kinds of name brands that are saying to you, I am looking for people to drive traffic to my website and I will pay you a commission in any capacity whatsoever. If you had a place to go to in that capacity, would that be valuable to you? Would you spend all day long searching through this list or this directory of merchants and advertisers to try to find some advertiser that has a good program you can resonate with? This is what we refer to as an affiliate network. It's a technology, it's a system, and it's a business. Now, affiliate networks work like this, and you can take a look at my screen. I've got it up here in the background. We'll kind of explain it to you. There's the wheel of life, we like to call it in the online space. The wheel of life begins like this. You, an affiliate marketer, your job is to go and sign up with an affiliate network. This is a company that literally sits in the middle, if you will, between the person who wants the traffic, who's paying the commissions, and yourself, who's the person who can send the traffic through to the advertiser. You're right in the middle, right? You're right in the middle. That's where the affiliate network is. So you go to an affiliate network and you sign up with them. You say, hey, listen, I can drive traffic. I know you can't right now and you have no idea how to do that, but that's okay. I'm going to teach you that. Vick's going to teach you that throughout our whole program. We'll teach you how to drive traffic. This is all part of our 14 days. And in this 14 days, you can be a traffic driving nut in every single capacity, driving traffic to generate revenues. That's the goal here. So you're going to go to an affiliate network and you're going to sign up with that network. Once you signing up basically means here's my name, here's my address, here's my social security number, or here's my information, here's how I want to get paid. So you're saying, I want to get paid this way, and by the way, here's how I prefer to promote websites. Here's a little bit about me and what I do, and a little bit about how I've been in the industry or what I'm doing. So it's a little bit just about you, just your name and information. Once you sign up, you then have an ability to look at advertisers. Now, here we display affiliate programs, which are merchants. Now, two words which are synonymous, and I'll say this a couple of times, are the word merchant and advertiser. So if I say merchant and advertiser, I'm meaning the exact same thing. If I say affiliate and publisher, I mean the exact same thing across the board. So don't get confused if I say affiliate, publisher, or advertiser, merchant. I'm using them synonymously. If I say affiliate network or ad network, they also are synonymous. The industry, having been born in 1994, we don't really have a lot of terms that make a lot of sense. So we grab terms from other industries like television and radio, and some terms we couldn't grab, so we just kind of made them up. And the world began to splinter off with affiliate network and ad network or publisher and everything else. It all kind of felt as if how we understood it. So an industry which is literally, 20 some years old is still evolving every single day, although now it's of course a multi-billion-dollar industry. So you go and you look for these merchants. Now on a list, you're going to see step by step merchant A, merchant B, merchant C. Merchant A will say to you, if you send a visitor to my website, I'll pay you for every visitor. I'll give you $1 for a visitor, right? Or I'll give you 10 cents for a visitor. Or if someone performs an action on my website, like gives me their email address, I'll give you $1.50. Or if someone actually buys a product on my website, I'll give you 10% of the sale. Or if someone actually buys a product, I'll give you $10 or $50 or $500. So this act of different methodologies of paying out, well, the network takes all of these advertisers, lists them on a page, and shows you all the methodologies one by one by one. And you get to choose the methodology you like, the amount of payment you want to receive for the action you're going to take. So this is all within the network. You can see all of this stuff. Then the merchant says, listen, I'm going to pay a commission. So in the bottom of our loop, we got our commission. So the commission says, all right, I'll pay you $10 if someone buys something on my website or opts into my website in some capacity. I'll pay you $10. They'll pay that money to the network. The network will take a little fee, maybe at $2, maybe $1, 30%, whatever, and they'll pay back to you the difference. So what you'll see displayed on this network is you get paid $8 or $7. But in the back end, don't tell anybody, the network's taking $1 or $2. They got to make money too. And that's how the world goes around, which is okay. So now the merchant's paying the commissions, and the commissions get paid to you, and your job is to drive targeted traffic. So this is the world we look at. This is how affiliate marketing works and how networks work. Make sense?
It does.
It does.
Questions?
No.
So the only one, I guess, the amount of money they're taking on that commission, that means you're not paying to join that affiliate network, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now there are affiliate networks who will charge you to get into it. And the biggest thing, Mark, is step away from the network that says, I'm going to charge you to get into it.
Okay.
Affiliate marketing is one of those worlds where the affiliate and the advertiser, they really, really, really need you, because that's how they make their money, right? They need you, the affiliate. They need you to drive traffic. They rely upon you to make money. So a network is going to say to you, if I get more affiliates, I'll have more people who can drive traffic for all of these merchants and make my little piece across the board. They live on that little piece, that few percent that they make. That's how they pay for their technology and make sure they aggregate it. And they also work as an advocate for you. So let's say the merchant didn't pay you the money that they were supposed to pay you. Oh my gosh, what do? Well, the network is responsible. The network sits up and says, I'm going to be your advocate to make sure you get paid, to make sure no matter what you do, you have the results you're entitled to across the board.
Okay, makes sense.
Cool. Now, the door to revenue is an affiliate network. Here we go. A clearinghouse, as of course, for affiliates and advertisers to be able to get things in gear. Advertisers look for offers on a network. Affiliates look for offers on a network. Advertisers place creative on a network for advertisers to review. Creative would be like banner ads, emails, things of that nature. A network tracks the links, they track the clicks, they track the conversion ratios, all the activities, whether a campaign's doing good or whether a campaign's doing bad. Affiliates generate traffic to a network that is then directed to the advertiser. And if a sale is generated by the affiliate, then the network knows about it and the affiliate is notified instantly. The network makes a small commission for an exact sale that is generated and engages from there. Here's a couple of examples. There's a website called cj.com. It's Commission Junction, been around for a long, long, long time. And by the way, I'm going to give you just a couple of networks to think about, but I don't want you going to any of these networks right now. I'm just letting you know who they are. So if you want to look at them, you can, but I don't want you creating accounts with them. I don't want you jumping ahead. I don't want you to go across the board and say, oh, I'm going to be an affiliate now and work on a network. But here's some examples. Put them in your arsenal. Write these down in your notes up here to the right of this particular training so you know where to go later. as we get through this process, as we're going through our 14 days. We're going to recommend a network or two to get involved with that will help you get this jump start on your life, but I don't want you going across the board just yet. Just follow the rules. All right, CJ.com, that's a great network to get into. There's ClickPromise.com, great network to look into, and ClickBank.com. There's a long list of them, literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Oh, by the way, there's thousands of networks that you can choose from. And they come up like wildfire. And literally, the barrier to entry to create an affiliate network is very small. So there's a lot of them that really aren't the best ones to get involved with. So I really caution you not to just jump off and go find a network who says, I'll pay you this, because all that glitters is not gold or diamonds or shiny in some capacity. All right, let's keep going. So let's say you're on one of these networks, okay? And we're gonna go into a network in this 14 days. We're gonna pick an offer in this 14 days together. But one of the things you want to do is this. When you're looking at all these networks, you start opening up that door that says, all right, I'm an affiliate. I know I need to find offers from an affiliate network in some capacity or in some area where I can promote something. I've got to select the right offer. And this is a really big ticket. Finding the right offer basically says comparing activities. So when you go to a CJ.com or a ClickPromise.com, I want you to compare the commission rates and the payouts on those networks. So you realize that some networks will have a commission payout program that is offering you $10 for a sale. Another one may offer you $12 for a sale. Another one may offer you 20% for a sale. You want to understand what that means before you say, I'm running it with your network. You want to ask them all kinds of questions. What's your payment schedules? Some networks will pay you 3 months from now. And that's not fun. Because in the online space, my friends, realize you're driving traffic. And sometimes traffic may cost you some money. We'll talk about that in greater detail down the road. But we want to make sure that as you build your business, you're building a return on investment, a true ROI you can rely upon all across the board. If you spend $1, you want to get $2 in return, right? So some networks may give that to you and some may not. So just understand that all networks are not the same. What their terms are and what their schedules of payment is important to look at. Some will pay you weekly, some will pay you monthly, some will be different. Look at the affiliate management. Listen, every network has affiliate managers, and this is really, really key. If you're going to ask a question mark to somebody and says, listen, I'm not sure if I have the right creative I need, emails or banners to promote it in the way that Jason and Vick said to promote it, and you reach out to that network, you're expecting one thing in return, a quick response, a simple response, and the answers you need.
Right.
Because if you put your mind on this for a second, that network needs you. They need you desperately. So you want to realize that they should have the creative that you need to promote. If you've got questions how to link these programs up, Chris, you should sit up there all day long and say, I'm not sure I understand how to link my website with your advertiser correctly. Can you help me? They should help you for free all day long and give you all the support you want. So what's your affiliate manager going to do for you at that network? Will they answer your questions? Can you send an email and get a response back? Do you have to wait a week for a response? Is there a phone number you can pick up and call? These are good calls for a good network to work with. What are the terms? A lot of terms for networks have to do something called CAN spam compliance. I won't go into details of all that, but the bottom line is you want to make sure that this network uses best practices when it comes to promoting things properly to keep you out of hot water. We can go over that in greater detail down the road, but the bottom line is this. How often do you go onto a website and just click a box that says, I agree to terms and conditions without reading them? We all do it. You've done it. You've done it. We've all done that one. In the affiliate game, there's nothing wrong with reading the terms, just making sure you understand them. For the most important reason, so you can ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more you'll know, and the more you'll be successful in this industry. Lack of knowledge breeds failure. Not knowing something is not a substitute for not making enough money. You'll make the money you want to make if you know what you need to know. The lifespan of a cookie. Okay, another important thing. What's a cookie? Well, you can't eat it. I know sometimes, I like cookies and my kids like cookies. You guys know I got kids and they love cookies. But these aren't cookies you can eat. A cookie is literally a tracking methodology. So here's what happens. You're driving traffic, okay, and you're going to website number 1, Merchant A. They're selling shoes. You have a banner ad placed on your website. Maybe it's your blog. We'll talk about that later. That banner ad placed on your site is driving traffic to the website for the shoes. There's going to be a little middle ground there we'll talk about in greater detail as we get further into this little process. But once you drive that traffic, that user went over there at this other guy's website and he's there. Now, that person didn't buy today. He looked at the shoes, he browsed around, he saw some blue ones, but man, no green shoes. Oh my goodness, there's no green shoes. What's a man to do? What's a girl to do? They need green shoes. But they come back a month later. When they come back a month later, do you expect to get paid for that referral?
Yes.
It's a month later.
Why not?
Would be great.
You originally drove them there.
Exactly, and you're entitled to that as an affiliate.
Right.
A cookie is one of the ways to make sure you get that. That cookie's placed on a user's browser, right in the bottom, it's seamless, you'll never ever see it, and that cookie is determining whether or not that commission is owed to you or somebody else. So, how long is that cookie there for? When I say duration of a cookie, here's the thing you want to keep in your mind. Will I get commissions a month from now or 2 months from now? And am I entitled to it? Well, you know you're entitled to it, but you want to make sure there's a technology to help you make sure you track it when a user goes away.
I have a question.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt. So with these cookies, because I've seen this before when you're surfing the web or whatever, do you want to clear your cookies or do you want to accept cookies or something like that? What happens if a user does that?
Very good
What
question.
happens to your commission?
Well, it's an excellent question. That's why a cookie is not the only way to track a commission, but a cookie is the most common way for most networks to track that commission.
Okay.
Your commission, if that cookie goes away for some networks, you get no commissions. You won't get it whatsoever because the cookie gets cleared away.
Okay.
So what you're now relying upon is the network you're working with to have other methodologies in place where they're hard coding certain variables in their system to make sure it comes back to you. So cookie is what was happening way back in 20 years ago when I got into space. And we would have this problem all day long. That's why when we recommend a network, we're not just relying upon cookies. That's why I said to you earlier, I don't want you running off to this network, or that network, or Googling affiliate networks and finding a network to work with. Because if all they use is a cookie to track your commissions, you're not going to be 100% confident that you're going to get all the money owed to you.
It's scary.
It is scary. It's very scary. That's why the next 14 days of your life, well, 13 days now of your life is designed to say, go to this network, run this campaign, because I can tell you I've run campaigns on this network and they don't just rely only on a cookie. So that's why the programs we're taking to condense this thing in the 20 years mark is designed to give you exactly what you need to be successful. Take all the guesswork out of it. Don't go through what I went through and finding out that you're losing money because you went down the wrong path. And this is your task, my friend. This is your goal all day long. Listen and follow the bouncing ball. I give you this information. I open up Pandora's box for you so I can tell you to understand an industry because I want you to be a colleague with me. I want you to stand next to me, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm in an industry that is exciting in every single way, that can generate revenues in every single way. And you deserve to be a part of this revolution called the internet, this revolution called online marketing, this place that allows you to work from a laptop, no matter where you are. And this is done so by all kind of systems, all kind of technology, all kind of regulation. But I'm going to walk you through that weave of a maze so you don't get in trouble. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Rock and roll. Okay, chargebacks procedures for buyers. What happens if someone returns a sale? Do you get you lose your commission? We'll talk about all that one, but networks want to control that one. And do they have good tools? When you go to the affiliate network, can you say that their network's easy to navigate? Can you find the offers you want to find? These are things you want to look at. Do they track your clicks for you? Do they track your trends for you? Do you get email notifications of sales? Do you have quality banners to choose from, and will they create new banners for you? Do they have tutorials, preferably videos that say, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, etc., etc., etc. These are things to look at down the road as we're beginning to work with different kinds of networks. Then, as you find a network, you want to pick a campaign. Do you know exactly what you're selling? Here's a big ticket, my friend. Picking the right campaign can be life and death, Mark and Chris, no matter what you're dealing with. Having the right offer with the right campaign that you understand that will attract you. Will you opt in to this campaign? Will you buy this service? Will you learn from this? I mean, the greatest program in the world is one that says, I'll give you money if you can give this away for free. Right? Because, you're in. There's no obligations whatsoever. No one's paying for anything else. You're not paying for this training. You're not paying for this training. It's yours. It's our ability to give back to you. It's a service. As Vick said the other day, anyone who desires to be great will become a great servant. That's the Bible in every single way. And I believe it 1,000%, as does he. And that's where we kind of got our roots from, of making sure we're giving back to everybody day by day, moment by moment. And this is the same idea. Do you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the right product that you're selling and you're engaging has quality, has credibility, that has results, that will make sense across the board? So when you're going to pick a campaign to promote, you've got to know exactly what you are selling and understand what you're selling. Is the product a good service? Is it a good product? Because think about this one. You can promote and sell someone else's product, but if everyone's asking for their money back, and if everyone is not buying, and if people aren't happy with it, then all your efforts are kind of lost, aren't they? Not giving you the results you really, really, really deserve to have. A good product will sell itself. Have you personally used the product? That's a question I like to look at. Now, I may not go out and buy a bunch of green shoes, but I like to look at a product and say, is it common in the industry? Is it common in the world? Do I understand it? The other day we talked about massive appeal. Do you understand that your product, your service, your solution is available to the entire world? And this is something we'll talk about further into details. Can everybody look at this program and say, yes, I can get benefit from it. Yes, it will give me results. And I can see people on the other side of the world using this service and using this product. And you know that when you drive targeted traffic or untargeted traffic, the chances of someone opting in and giving you commissions, it's higher, isn't it, my friend? It's higher across the board when the product resonates with the free world. Does it have a good call to action? A call to action is something that we use, and we'll go in great detail on another one of these days, but a call to action is that triumph. It is that ring. It is that rah-rah. It is that saying, it's that proverbial click. It's that proverbial engagement. It says to somebody, do this. If you can drive action, drive massive action to a person all day long, and then they come to a website and they feel that website, and there's an area on the website that gets them to engage, it's that button. It's that button that says sign up here, click here, opt in here, download this, do this. That call to action has got to be clear and understandable. So the offer you're looking at has got to have a very clear impact zone. Because the clearer the impact zone, the better the program, the better the conversion, the better chances of getting to your personal breakthrough. Mm-hmm. Does it have a money-back guarantee? Is the offer one that really, really resonates and really, really makes sense so someone feels comfortable? I mean, think about it. If somebody's paying money for something, wouldn't it be a great idea all day long to know that the company that you're selling the product for stands behind it? It's true. It's not just take my money and run. So a money-back guarantee goes a long way. And do they have easily accessible customer support? Does that support system that's on that product, on that service make sense? Now, why do I ask these questions? Why do I say, do you really care? You're selling someone else's product. Why should you care that they have a phone number or that they have good support, have a money-back guarantee? Why do you care? Because if you're going to do this, someone else will too, my friends. If you will engage the process, if you might buy the product, then someone else will walk down your path because you're no different. You and you and you are just like everybody else. We all want to rise above the common level. We all want to buy something that makes sense. We all want to engage something. We want to do something that is in front of us that makes sense, that gives us a return on our life and on our efforts. So I look at campaigns and programs that literally resonate across the free world. If I like it, maybe he'll like it. All right. Is the checkout procedure smooth and is it fluid? Do they have an attractive creative and campaign? Is it an easy payout to understand? And do you know where you're getting your money from? And can you vision the ability to earn money from traffic you drive to the site? So you're an affiliate, you picked a network, now you're looking for this campaign, All right, and that's a lot of a tall order, isn't it? And that's really part of this industry. I'm going to walk you through this one. Vic's going to walk you through this. We'll show you what this all means. But this literally opens up Pandora's box, because the right campaign always helps you generate the right amount of revenues. It's always connected together, my friends. That right offer and the amount of money you get is there. This is 100% connected to every single part of the process. Your breakthrough, your financial engagement, what you're going to get is dependent on A, what you promote, B, how you promote it, C, what you get in return, and D, how you can do it over again. We talked about that with the cake yesterday, and we all love cake. Ready some cake? What cake? Cake is good. All right, let's keep going. This whole process comes into something called a funnel. So now you've picked an offer, you've got a network, you're an affiliate. Now we're going to drive traffic into something. Now we're going to talk about that in great detail as we open up this box. But I'm going to give you a little process. To get someone to something, we do something called a sales funnel. Now, in traditional world, let's say in the mortgage world, Mark and Chris, you have a sales funnel as well. Your funnel is probably something whereby you'll put a mass mailing campaign out. Matter of fact, Mark, tell me, in the mortgage industry, what's your funnel? You generate leads, you go down to a sale. What's the process look like?
It's exactly like that. A lot of times we'll do a direct mail campaign. Hire a marketing company to do that. They'll send out flyers with a specific advertisement, lower your rate or something like that. And then we have callers call in, see if they qualify. So we try to narrow it down. Do you qualify? Are you interested? And we just narrow them down to the point of sale.
Okay, got it. That's a traditional funnel. Makes sense. So you're getting leads from some capacity. You're calling those leads. You're qualifying them. Find out who works, who doesn't work, and putting them down in the box. Right. That's your traditional sales funnel. In the online space, we refer to it as a sales funnel as a marketing system, which is what you just outlined in that respect in the marketing world. A marketing system that leads someone through a systematic process with a goal of purchasing your product or your service. That's your funnel. Right? And that's a real simple process. You outlined it clearly in every single way. In our world that we live in the online space, funnels have been around for a long time. They're in network marketing, they're in the mortgage business, they're in the car business. Funnels are not something brand new. It's literally bringing in a mass audience and bringing them down to get them to perform some action, whether that's buy a mortgage, whether it's buy a car, engage a lead, whatever that may be, bringing them down to that world. This is our traditional world of looking at things. As you break it down, in the online world, you deal with a website visitor. A visitor comes to a website, they look at that website and they say, okay, I like it, it's cool. They look around that website, they hum around the page, maybe they click one place, click someplace else, and there's a generation of traffic. That's a very top part of any sales funnel in the online space, generating traffic. That traffic comes down at the very top of that funnel, and we engage something else, which we call the lead, or the top of that funnel, engaging that particular process. So that person might say, all right, yeah, I got the traffic, they come, they see the site, they become a lead, they opt in some capacity, and they go forward. In the middle of the funnel, that lead becomes a prospect. Right? And we're going to go into detail what this all means and how this all works a little bit, but just to give you a nice little overview, that lead becomes a prospect, and that prospect is kind of a warmer person, right? It's not just somebody who's interested, like in the mortgage business. They're actually given the information, they're qualified, they want to engage it, they're ready to buy, they're ready to buy, they're ready to buy. And then they come down to the very bottom of the funnel and a actual sale is generated. Someone writes a check, you get paid, and you're done. This is our funnel process. It's no different in the online space. We've got some secrets and some tools and some amazing solutions that take all of this and change it. But we change it all for a particular reason. We change it all because the world's changing. This is our traditional funnel. Everyone's done this. It's been done over and over and over and over and over again. There's nothing unique. There's nothing different about it. But this is how traditional websites and systems work, my friends. Any good funnel across the board, your goal is to, one, get people to come to your website. 2, turn a stranger into a prospect. 3, always, 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 and you write this down on the right-hand side, type this in, put this in your notebook. The biggest thing you can think of is you need to match your message to the market. We're going to talk about that in detail as we get further into these trainings. But the idea is this: pre-framing the user, making sure you understand what that user's doing, getting them to feel good about the process. We'll talk about that in greater detail. Communicate to your leads. That's another prospect. We're going to go through that little thing in this whole program. How do you talk to the people in your funnel? How do you make them go from a lead to a prospect? How do you get them engaged? We're going to teach you all that and walk you through the right way to do that in the online space. How to always give value, always give value, always give value. And what do you always want to give, Mark?
Value.
Value, value, value. If you're getting more than you're giving out, then you're taking in, you're getting more than you're taking in, getting out. Well, you get the idea. You're always going to help somebody grow. The more you serve, the more you give, the better you are. The same thing in this funnel concept, in this communication process. Converting everybody, every lead, every prospect into a customer. Your funnel is going to do that in every single way. Keep them happy, keep them loyal, and then you rinse and repeat. You do it over and over and over and over again. Now, this is the world we live in. This is what we're going to do. We're going to teach you this entire process. I'm going to take all the guesswork out of it, and we're going to help this walk towards this goal across the board. Now, the new normal. The old traditional funnel process was done just the way we outlined it. This is the same way it's been done for years. We're going to twist this a little bit through a very amazing blueprint. We're going to outline your blueprint tomorrow. We're going to get in detail on that process. But the new normal, my friends, the new world we look at changes things. You see, this old funnel, Mark, literally starts off with the marketing approach, getting somebody aware of who you are, generating traffic across the board. Or once they feel that marketing approach is there, we decide they have interest. And then all of a sudden, we bang them over the head to say, buy, 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 buy. The new normal, my friends, expands this whole world. The new normal we're going to engage expands this world. If you want 10x thinking, 10x revenue, massive appeal, massive opportunity, if you want to go beyond the common level, you got to change the funnel. Change it into a new paradigm. And our funnel program that we're going to engage and we're going to teach you guys will change that for you. It will open up the door to help you get to this breakthrough in every single possible way. The new normal is marketing them all the way through, from the point where they feel the marketing message begins, to the point where they've generated the interest, to the point where they've made the consideration that said, maybe I want to do this, it sounds like a good idea, all the way down where they have the intent, I wanted to buy. But you don't give them the chance to buy. You withhold the golden opportunity. All the way to the point where they're evaluating it and they're ready to buy, they have the intent, they're there, but you still won't let them do it. All the way until you're right in the middle of that process where they're all warmed up and they're ready to rock and roll, and then snap, crackle, pop, you purchase. That's a new funnel. It's a new concept. It builds relationship because the person you communicate to, if you could market to somebody who wants to hear from you, I guarantee you over and over and over again, you can generate revenue from that opportunity. You can generate clicks, engagement, and process if the person is comfortable with you, they trust you, and they know who you are. Now, examples of funnels. We'll go through them pretty quick. Groupon. You've all heard of Groupon. That's a funnel, my friend. They have traffic that comes from different ads, from affiliates, from referrals, and the person puts in their email address and they engage it. The idea of taking them into an email address is getting them to see all of these beautiful exclusive deals that Groupon has to offer. And this is how they run their funnel. Engage an opt-in, talk to a user, get them happy, and then go down the road. They find an amazing value proposition in the front of their funnel, and they'll say, listen, just give us your information, who you are, and we'll let you know these exclusive deals. It's that takeaway, it's that brass ring. So Groupon, in essence, is a funnel. Mixergy, cool little company. They have an email opt-in in the very beginning. The second page they go into, they show all kinds of content. And their opt-in in the beginning is just getting them into content. Once they get into content, they're given a chance to see videos. But the videos you can't see in Mixergy, you have to pay money for it. So their funnel is bringing them in. Yeah, I want to learn from entrepreneurs. Okay, great, here's an article. Okay, here's a video. And to get the video, you pay. So once again, it's a funnel all across the board. Another one, as they'll pay their money, you can see there from Mixergy. You want to get a divorce. Nobody wants to get a divorce, but if you do, you can do that exact same way. Someone comes in, they qualify, they register, they purchase, and they get in gear. That process works again. So there's funnels everywhere, my friend, any walk of life whatsoever. And as you look at this little process, they kind of go through this little process. Any questions so far?
No.
All right. You're getting an idea, my friends, of online marketing. You're getting the idea of what we're doing. We're bringing it all down to a world, and I want you to pay close attention as we kind of walk through the next few sections here. One, you get permission to monetize them. Listen, if you had access to these records, access to these leads, access to these people, and we'll talk about this in great detail tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow. You need to make sure you got permission. So that opt-in you saw in that funnel, that person said, yeah, I want to get in gear, I'll give you my information. There's something, my friend, called an opt-in and an opt-out. So an opt-in is when a recipient volunteers to give you their email address. They say, yes, you can talk to me. That's an opt-in. That's a term you want to keep in your mind, that someone's given you permission. There's also an opt-out. Keep that term in your mind. That's when someone doesn't have the ability to not opt in. That basically says, give me your email address, and by give me your email address, you're opting in. It's kind of an assumed opt-in. So permission is engaging that person that says opt in or opt out. Those are two things you want to keep in your mindset. So a hand raiser that clicks a box that says I'm opting in is probably going to respond more than someone who did not raise their hand. So understanding opt-in and opt-out, it's really simple. It's all you're going to know right now. We're not going to go into details in that little process. Now, here's the important thing. You ever wondered why somebody's going to give you their information? I'll put a few notes up here behind me. So if you ever meet somebody and you don't know who they are, you don't feel good about who they are, the words they're using on the page don't resonate, will you give them your information? Mark, Chris?
No.
No, it's about comfort, right? Mm-hmm. You opt in, you give your information because you feel good about it. Mm-hmm. You feel like they're going to get value for it. This is no different in the online space. Everything we do as human beings is what we do in the online space. It's how you feel about a person, the exact same way how you feel about a page. Mm-hmm. So listen, my friend, if the page does not resonate with you, the words don't make sense, you don't feel it, then no one else is going to feel it. The exact same thing of meeting a stranger and giving them your personal information. If we can gather personal information from a user like an email address, you got to make them feel good. You got to make them feel comforted, like I'm meeting a new friend in a park and you guys want to go out and play. Until you have some connection, some rapport, there's a barrier there. And our job as marketers and online marketers is to help break down that barrier and get them to give our information. Now, reasons they may give you information is one, maybe they want to win a prize or enter a sweepstakes. Two, maybe they're going to get regular email updates from you. Three, maybe they're going to be able to develop some point system or get better content or get access to something or be referred to a website that gives them great value or great information. There's got to be something that causes a user to give their information to get something else. And we want to keep these things in mind because that's why they give their personal information. And above all, we want to add a privacy policy. And we'll think about that as well. We'll go into details on that one as we kind of get further into the process we're building. But a privacy policy builds trust. It allows the user to understand that you're not going to just take their information and throw it away, and it builds that rapport. Privacy policies are really big. I'll teach that to you. We'll walk into that little process. So we're legal and we're compliant and we're getting results fast. Okay. All right. Now, one great little book, I'll recommend this one to you guys, is a guy named Seth Godin. Seth Godin is often considered the father of permission marketing. This book is a little older. You know, it's several years old, as a matter of fact. In that capacity, Seth wrote a book called Permission Marketing. It outlines in great detail, my friends, the essence of what permission marketing is all about. I like the book. I recommend the book. I want you to put it in your arsenal to go look into as you go down the road. You want to understand it because as we start getting into the online space further and further and further, you'll get it. This is not a homework assignment. This is not an extra credit assignment. But I want you to write down on the right side of here, permission marketing. I want you to have that little book in your back as you get to the end of these 14 days. At the very end, the first thing I want you to do is go get that book and read it. Go on Amazon, go someplace else, whatever you want to do, and it will be something you want to have in your mind. It'll help you understand the permission aspects of working in the online space. I love the book, and I think you'll get benefit from it. Okay, you've got this all in gear. You've traded an affiliate. That's yourself. You're now the affiliate person. You've got a networking gear. You know how to pick an offer. You pick that perfect offer that converts that everyone knows, my friend. You picked it. You're happy, you're happy, you're happy. Now you got to drive traffic. So in the online space, how do you drive traffic? Okay, here's your 1,000-foot level. We'll get down to a 100-foot level, and we're going to drive traffic over the next 14 days. But here, let's go into it a little bit details. There's lots of methodologies. One is pay-per-click. That's an affiliate can be paid, or you will pay to send visitors to different websites. There's pay-per-lead. So a commission might be earned for a lead, or you could pay out a commission for a lead to get traffic to a site. And there's pay per sale. Affiliates pay a percentage of a flat rate of a sale generated all across the board. There's tons more, but pay-per-click, pay-per-lead, and pay-per-sale, those are the areas that work on both sides. Now, hear me out to be clear on this one. An advertiser or a merchant can pay an affiliate on a click, a lead, or a sale. An affiliate can pay to a traffic source on a click, a lead, or a sale. So the worlds work together because you want traffic, right? And you may have to pay for traffic in some capacities. Other sources are free traffic. We'll walk you through that one. But you can get paid for it and you can pay for it. We'll walk through that paradigm further down the road, but keep that in your mindset.
Okay.
Methods of generating traffic. One is email marketing, the ability to drive traffic in your inbox all day long. We're going to teach you that and go over that in detail. Another methodology is social media. Everyone's got a Facebook account, right? If you don't, you need to get a Facebook account because it'll help you make money. But Pinterest, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, these are methodologies for driving traffic, my friends. Pay-per-click, that can be done through AdWords, that can be done through Twitter and through Facebook. We're going to teach you those programs and get deeper into those things across the board. There's Facebook and there's Twitter. They have it in PPC and in social, another methodology for driving traffic. And blogging, we'll go into that and explain that in a couple of pieces throughout the next 14 days. But the idea of leveraging a blog, writing content, another way of getting organic or search engine based traffic, we'll go with some details on that one. Guest posting, also works well for getting you access. That's where you write an article for someone else's blog. That's guest posting, getting that in gear. And of course, you can do webinars all day long, getting in front of a camera, talking to somebody just like I'm talking to you. Another way to drive traffic and giving away great content, my friends. So video marketing on YouTube, another methodology for driving traffic. You can create a video, put it on YouTube, having links onto it, and get people to come back and forth. It also works. There's a lot of methodologies, my friends, for driving traffic. We'll pick some that I think will work really well for you, and I'll teach them to you step by step so we can get instant traction over our 14-day program and our journey together. So listen, if you really want to go deep into this one, you know, HTA, High Traffic Academy, is a school. I don't want you going there now, but keep in your mind that there is the ability to learn and master some of these programs. You can master Facebook marketing. You can master Twitter marketing. You can master email marketing. You can master pay-per-click. You can master content. You can master video marketing. HTA has those programs. I don't want you to go over and buy any program at all on these specialized training programs right now. I want you to focus on the next 14 days to get your breakthrough. They're there for you to become a specialist. They're there for you when you're ready to say, I need to know every single possible thing about running traffic in this capacity. First, I want to show you what really works and get your feet wet and get you getting value and get you getting money in your pocket. If you decide you want to go really deep down the road and get a specialized training and writing content and doing Facebook and running YouTube and running content and all these other worlds, that will be available to you at High Traffic Academy. That's all there. But right now, I don't want you running off down that road. But it's available when you're ready after we get through this training. Fair enough?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good. Types of media to test. Okay. We're going to go in testing all kinds of campaigns. Media is the way you drive traffic, my friends. We're going to talk about email marketing. We'll test some of that. Display banner advertising. Remember 1994, October 27th? That was display banner advertising in the very beginning. Content marketing, it's content, it's information across the board. In-text links, reach media ads, video marketing ads. These are all words. I'm just telling you to keep them in your mind. Pay-per-click and mobile and many more. There's all kinds of media you can buy when we're going to drive traffic across the board, and we'll walk you through that one. The trends are amazing. There's CPM, CPC. I'll teach that to you in a couple of seconds. We'll get through that little process. But realize this. The online marketing place is dominating in every aspect. Right now, Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft and AOL are still dominating the entire world. Just taking a look at the leaders across the board. Look at where Google is right now. These are, by the way, in billions of US dollars. So Google in itself is $4.5 billion in 2014. That's what they're doing. And right behind that one, what's number two, my friends? Facebook. Facebook, my friends, is number two. This is huge. This is huge. They have gone up from a little kid in 2010 and 2014, according to eMarketer, have done over $3 billion. Now, wouldn't you like to tap into that?
Yes.
Can you imagine, my friends, literally over the next 14 days and beyond, you having the ability to tap in to a marketing source that is billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Clearly, hear me out. I've done this. I spend over $250,000 a month in Google right now, at this time, today. And I've been doing it for years. That's a lot of money. Oh my gosh, that's mind-blowing. How can you spend $250,000 a month? Can you imagine how much money I'm making? If I'm spending $250,000 a month, I can generate a good return in that respect. So I'm spending money in Facebook. I'm spending money in Google. I'm spending money in these places. I want to show you how to get a return on every penny, one by one, step by step, item by item. And over these 14 days, we're going to open up that box, and then we'll take you down the road further and further and further. As you begin to engage this world, you find value, you find benefit. But this is the playing field we want to play with. These are our friends. We love Facebook. We love Google. We love Twitter. We love every other name that sounds funny on the web. We love them very much. All right, Google and Facebook are changing the paradigm. There's all kinds of new things, my friends. There's even new doors like Pandora, which is open today. You look at Pandora, $500 million, okay, in 2014, $500 million. Twitter, almost $1 billion. Facebook, 6.8 billion, 14.7 billion. They're just growing up and up and up and up and going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. We'll walk on these doors. We'll place ads on these places. You can tap into the rest of the world in the online space.
Wow.
Everyone's done it for you. The road is paved and it's golden, my friend, and you can do this. We will show you how. All right, let's keep rolling down that road. There's mobile ads. We're going to walk through all that little process, all kind of ad sizes. When you got your phone out looking at campaigns, these are things, man. These are cool. I get excited. I get pumped in every single way because I'm thinking to myself, hang on for a second. I could be in front of 1 million people. I mean, I looked at one Facebook campaign I ran. I drove 100,000 clicks in 2 weeks on a campaign. It was crazy. So listen, you could drive 1,000 clicks, 100 clicks. Wouldn't that be valuable? Can you imagine your return on your investment? This becomes child's play. Your breakthrough becomes something that's already set in stone if you can master the art, and you can master the art. You can master the momentum. You can master the opportunity. So mobile ads, banner ads, we'll get those things in gear, my friend. There's a program called AdRoll. AdRoll is a way of retargeting. We'll walk you through that one. These are names I just want you to hear for a minute, understand them for a little bit. We're not going to teach them today. We're not going to go into them. But listen, Google's got 85%. We've already going to teach you the program here that will give you the other 15% of the web. So there's nobody else out there that will get that in gear. Retargeting is the ability to have a user who comes to your site and give them the ability to come back to your site. You ever gone on Facebook and you were just on Amazon and you saw these green shoes and all of a sudden the green shoes show in your Facebook role? That's retargeting, my friend. That's a really cool methodology for getting people who came and didn't engage and then come back again. So we're going to teach that process to you. We're going to walk that into it. We're going to touch on it in little slivers to give you enough to understand what it's all about. I want you to be a professional in everything that you do. I want you to be a specialist in everything that you do. I want you to own this industry like you own your own life, like you own your own home, like you own your own clothes in your back. I want you to own this industry because I love it, I'm passionate about it, and I can guarantee you one simple reality: you will love it every single day that you get into it because it will produce opportunity for you that nothing else can ever possibly produce. We're going to go into display advertising. We'll talk about that. We'll discuss that in greater detail. And of course, my good friend, Mr. Facebook, that's another world that we'll get into. All these programs are over there. We'll discuss them in greater detail. I don't want you going down that road, but HTA will offer that to you down the road when we're ready. A couple important things to remember. One, what is an impression? Now, you've heard this word a lot, impression. I want to give you some terms you've got, and we're going to begin wrapping things up here and get you ready to rock and roll into your blueprint. An impression is basically, it's a view of a banner. So when that ad in October 1994, that banner ad showed on the page, every time the ad showed, recorded an impression. It's a view, okay? A view of an advertising methodology or a view of a site. It's an impression. That's what you want to think about. It's really simple. An impression can also be whatever you agree it is. It's a one-to-one relationship. If I click on something, people have called it an impression. I don't know why, but it's been done that way. Remember, our industry is kind of a new industry, so we kind of pick up our words as we kind of get in the online space. A unique visitor. This is important. Basically, there are visitors to a website, and you'll look at this when we come into reporting. There are visitors which are unique and not unique. This is something I want you to understand. A unique visitor is calculating that user from their computer, from their IP address, which is a number assigned to an instance of someone on the web. So your computer at your home going on the web today, and you go to a website, www.1234556.com, and you go to that site. You leave that site, and you come back to that site 10 minutes later. That records 2 impressions, perhaps, but 1 unique impression, because that's a unique user. So unique visitor is a visitor who visited a web page 1 time in 30 days, okay? So when we start measuring unique visitors or unique clicks or unique impressions, we're talking about a unique individual, a different person with a different, eye color, right? It's somebody totally different that comes to the site but doesn't click on it over and over and over and over and over again. All right, let's keep going. CPM, just to give you the term and keep it in your mindset, it's cost per 1,000 impressions. So what an impression is, all CPM is literally 1,000 impressions. It's a Latin term for the word mill. So it's 1,000 impressions. That's what a CPM is. 1,000 impressions has a full calculation across the board. We can do all that calculations. This is available and on my screen for you guys to see and to get in gear on. We're not going to be buying impressions right now, but I want you to understand the process. I'll explain it to you a little bit further on as we understand the math process a little bit. But that's an impression. A CPC, cost per click. Got me? This is a click. You see an impression, it's viewing the ad. A click, my friend, is literally clicking on the actual ad. And that CPC is a cost per click. It's synonymous with the word PPC, or pay per click. They go together. So when someone's saying PPC or CPC, it's not like a PPP, it's a CPC, PPC. It's pay per click, cost per click. They kind of go together. Once again, we're an industry that kind of looks at that little process. Give you an example. A campaign where a payment is based on impressions, not clicks. And impressions are sold at $10 CPM, for example. $10, which is a cost per 1,000 impressions. That click-through of 2% would give you 1,000 impressions times 2% gives you 20 click-throughs. 10 divided by 20 gives you a 50-cent CPC. Now that calculation is very oversimplified and engaged. I'm not going into the details on it. All I want you to understand is it's a unit of measurement that helps you figure out where your money is going as we begin to drive traffic in this particular world. A click-through is a term that means someone actually saw an ad, got an impression, clicked on the ad, and then clicked through to the URL of the ad. That click through going forward from one place to another. That's a word you want to keep in your mind. And a click through rate. That is a percentage ratio, my friend, where somebody sees an impression, sees an ad, clicks on the ad, clicks through to their ad, and then the percentage of how many saw the ad versus how many actually engaged the ad. That percentage is a ratio, a click-through ratio, which also can work in a conversion ratio, which gives us to conversion rate. So how many clicked on the ad actually bought on the process, bought the ad? That, my friend, is a click-through ratio, which also becomes a conversion rate. So put it into a hierarchy, if you will. You see the ad, an impression. You click on the ad, there's a click. You click through to the ad, which is the act of going from the click to the page, and you record a ratio. What percentage of those clicked on it, went to the page and bought. So it's a click-through ratio, their conversion ratio. And then you can take that same math through every other page in your site. So these methodologies, these processes are just putting terms to the process as we go across the board. There's where our conversion rates come into gear as well. The percentage of visitors who actually take a desired action on the actual site. A CPA is a cost per acquisition or a cost per action. Okay, That can be anything a buyer and a seller agree upon, no matter what it might be. A CPA can be a lot of things. A CPA could be a CPC because it's an action, so it's a cost per action. It's synonymous with cost per acquisition. So when someone says, I'm going to pay you a CPA, it's usually either a sale, or it's a percentage of sale, flat rate or cash, or it's something that's defined as the action. What's your CPA? So the term can be used a lot, and it can get somewhat confusing, but keep in your mind, it's an action, whatever the action is. Some actions, some terms define it better, like a CPC, you know it's a click. A CPM, you know it's per 1,000 impressions, etc. A CPL, cost per lead. Could be a CPA, action, or acquisition, usually associated with a converted sale. But a CPL is a cost per lead. And your cost per lead is the cost associated with acquiring a new prospect. Now, looking at ad networks or affiliate networks, you'll see the term CPA. You'll see the term CPL. You'll also see the term CPS, cost per sale. These terms will be shown up there. You're going to want to understand what they are and see what they are. So it's a cost per sale. That's the word that we use. That's a term that we use across the board. There's a view. A view is usually associated with a sale. It's like an impression. View kind of goes hand in hand. It also works like a hit. So a hit can be showing that as well. You heard the word, how many hits does your website get? Same thing as an impression on a site. It's the exact same thing. These little terms, view, impression, hit, they're all the same thing. Just a view. Just sometimes they saw it. But this can also get confusing, especially if you're brand new to the industry. You heard a hit, you heard an impression, a view. Until now, you probably didn't know they're all the exact same thing. All right, let's keep going. There's also hybrid models. There's the ability to actually get paid on a CPA and a CPC or CPL. Wouldn't it be great if someone could pay you on a cost per lead? Someone comes to the website and they give an email address. Well, if they give an email address, you get paid for that one. That's good. You like that. You get paid for an email. That's a CPL. You get paid on a cost per lead. Happy day. Hybrid model says, listen, if they buy something as they come through to become a sale, I'll give you a commission as well. That's a hybrid model. This is, and listen up, this is the holy grail, my friend. This is where the money is made in the online space. I've done it for years. So if you really want to make a lot of money, you want to get paid from every single possible source. Pay me on a click, pay me on an impression, pay me on a lead, pay me on an action, pay me on a sale, pay me everywhere I can get paid. You deserve to get paid. So the reality is this, it's very rare to find anybody who will give you an impression, click, sale, every part of this entire funnel. It's very rare if anybody's going to pay you that one because they don't make any money. But if someone could pay you on a lead and then pay you on a sale, that hybrid process, that's huge. That is ridiculously huge. And that allows you to multiply something across the board. That means when you drive traffic, the chances of you losing money on traffic just went way, 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 way down. Took the guesswork out of it altogether all day long. That, my friend, makes a lot of money. So hybrid models, combination of two or more marketing methods that pay you or you get paid on to develop resources and opportunities. All right, let's do a quick little math process, give you a couple more terms, and we'll wrap it all up. So listen, eCPMs and CPCs, I don't want to bore you with the entire process, but the bottom line is this. If you really want to understand how to engage this entire process, I want to make sure you understand everything about earnings per click. Now, in doing so, you want to do a little bit of math. So I'm going to break it down for you really clearly and give you some information to understand it. I'm going to put in all my notes right here on the screen so you can see them all, and I'm sharing my screen. This is broken down like you're literally like you've never ever done this before. This formula that I'm outlining on the screen may seem daunting, but I want you to have it on the screen clearly so you can understand all the methodologies associated with turning all of these little processes together. We can get into great detail on it step by step by step, but I want to give you that formula. The most important thing you want to remember is the division and the math and the process, okay? This here on our screen today is a cost per click. Impressions and clicks, things of that nature. This is math we're going to go into detail on as it becomes relevant as we get into further phases of your opportunity in the online space. The same thing, as you can see here, goes to make sure you can buy traffic in the right way. We'll get into that in greater detail and turning that into a cost per acquisition. So I'm giving all that to you again on my screen just so you have it and you can read up upon it in your spare time as you get. Because here's the ticket. I want this video, this training, to be a living document. I want you to go back into this document and come back to it over and over and over and over again. As we get further down this road, as we get through your 14 days, I want you to be able to go back here and say, Jason mentioned something about buying traffic or buying pay-per-click or making sure I understood how to calculate my conversions and other stuff. I'm not sure what to do. I'm a little confused. Here's your chance to go back to it. So I'm bookmarking this one. Mark the time on this video so you can come back here when the time is right. But today, we're not going to go there. But here I am going to go. I want you to understand a magic formula. I'm going to read a magic formula to you very simply, and the math will make sense real quick. This is everything that comes back into it. This is the culmination. All right. You're going to go ahead and buy traffic somewhere one day, and you're going to spend $1,000. That's right, or $100, whatever it might be. Once we were making $5,000 and $10,000, you'll spend $100. You're going to buy traffic from, maybe you're buying it from Google. Maybe you're buying it from ESPN, wherever it might be. This is possible in your world. You buy that program and you spend $5 for banners, $5 CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, which is basically $5, 1,000 M times 5. It yields 200,000 impressions. That's how many impressions you've got in that engagement. 200 times 1,000. It yields a 3% CTR. CTR is what, Mark?
Click-through rate.
Right, 100%, your click-through rate or ratio. That 3% of 200,000 gives you 6,000 clicks. So what does that mean? That means I was able to go out and buy a banner ad on ESPN. I bought it for a $5 CPM. It gave me 200,000 impressions, right? We'll go into detail on that later. You basically spent X dollars to get that one, but you got 6,000 visitors to your website. 6,000 visitors to your website is nothing to shine about. 6,000 visitors is a lot of people. Now, with 6,000 people, 1% of those people buy. That gives you a 1% conversion ratio. You got 60 sales. You got a CPA, which is?
Cost per acquisition.
Exactly, of $50. So you're getting paid on that capacity. You made how much money, Mark?
$3 grand.
That's easy to figure out, is it not?
It is.
Pretty simple. All right. What is your EPC? This is the word I'm trying to get you guys to. This is what I want you to understand. Earnings per click. Because we start driving traffic and engage this process, you want earnings per click, my friends. You want to understand that process when we get into driving traffic later on in our program. That earnings per click is basically doing something really simple. Taking the amount of money you made, dividing it by the amount of clicks you got. So we made $3 grand. We got 6,000 clicks. It's 50 cents. That's the math I want you to take from this particular program. Take that process of the money, divide by your clicks. Your eCPM was $15. It means you made money, 3,000 divided by 200,000. If your click-through ratio was 1% versus 3, you get 2,000 clicks, make 20 sales, make $1,000. Your EPC would be 50 cents. You get $5. If your conversion ratio was half a point versus 1 point, you make 2,000 clicks, you make half the sales at $500. An EPC of a quarter, you go on the road. All right, all that stuff looks like a lot of Greek in some capacity, but here's the ticket. I guarantee you one reality. When you get to day number 14 and we're through the end of our training program, you're going to come back to video in day number 2 and you're going to say, I need that formula. I need to understand it because I want to go bigger, I want to go deeper, I want to go stronger. Now you've got it. It's right there. And I'm giving it to you now so it's a resource and it's planted in your head that realizes what we're going to do here is we're going to make sure that we have a good return on our time and a return on what we're doing to get us the goals that we have in our place. Like any other business, it takes time and effort, and we're going to apply it step by step. A few last moment things to know is something called above the fold. Above the fold is like an old newspaper term. You remember newspapers? You got them in the mail and on the doorstep. Well, they don't exist really anymore, but they still do. Above the fold is when the newspaper arrived on the doorstep, or right above the fold was the headline. You know, Japan, does this, victory, and VE Day, whatever it was, and that was folded in the middle. Whatever was above that fold became the biggest, most important headline. Well, in the online space, above the fold, my friend, meant that it was whatever someone could see without scrolling on their website. That's above the fold. Important term to remember, write down in your notes. Above the fold, what anyone can see without scrolling on any device, my friends, any device whatsoever. Affiliate, you know what that is pretty good. This is our summary process. Affiliate marketing, I think you can tell me what that is at this stage. Affiliate network, you know exactly what that is, 100% across the board. An affiliate program, you know what that one is, entirely 100% across the board. A cookie, you know what that is across the board. And we go into details on that one. Is there any question that you've got on any term I've given you so far?
Nope, not on those.
We know what above the fold is, cookies, networks, affiliates. We've got all the stuff in gear. We understand the entire process, engagement. By the way, back to your point and your question mark, about 2% of internet users are not able to accept cookies.
That's a pretty low number.
Yeah, pretty low. So 98% are going to be just fine in that one. We understand banner ads, and these are all kind of aspects. Now, a banner ad is given to you in the form of a pixel. What is a pixel? A pixel is an instrument of measurement on a browser. So we're going to talk about sizes like 468 by 60, 120 by 600, and 120 by 240. These are pixel sizes. They're instruments of measurement. So what does that mean? Well, pretty simply is this. If you're a pixel, you ever look at your computer browser, your browser's 1,000 width by 800 or 1,200 or 1920 by this number, those numbers across up and down are pixels. So your banner ad that we're buying or engaging or using usually accommodates itself for a pixel size. So it's how it appears on your browser regardless of how big your browser is. So that's why there's multiple sizes that are apparent for the online business. There's all kind of sizes to get into. We'll get into those in details. EPC, average earnings per click or average per 100 clicks as well. We understand that one. Impression, you got that. JavaScript, I'm mentioning the word to you only to plant a seed. The word JavaScript is a code, helps for validation, things of that nature. We're not going to get into any of that entire process at all for the next 14 days, but as we kind of go further in beyond our process, JavaScript is nothing to be afraid of. It's just code that you'll never ever have to worry about because we've got tools and technology that gets us beyond that process. Same thing with HTML and things of that nature. We'll help you get over all that technical stuff because you're not going to need it to really try hitting these goals. A lead, you got that. It's a potential customer. Lead generation is the act of generating a bunch of leads. That's pretty much what it is. Pretty simple. And a merchant. A merchant is also what, Mark?
Merchant's a company, right?
Merchant is also
advertiser.
Bingo, Chris. You see, Mark?
I wasn't paying
It's
attention.
a moment. God bless America and the Queen and Lamont. Okay, so you got an advertiser and a merchant, same thing. A page view. Chris, what's a page view?
Web page.
Exactly. How often that web page is seen, like a view on the website. Engaging that one. A run of network. Well, these are ads like run of site as well. That's when an ad is shown across multiple sites on a network. That's when a banner ad goes in a bunch of different places. Run of site, that is where you can push a banner ad all over a website, anywhere you want to engage. A referral program is a multi-level or multi-tiered program where you can get paid for referring other affiliates. So these are doors that we can walk down the road as well. Would it be great if you actually referred somebody else and got paid on what they did? Wow, my goodness gracious. 2 points there. Hybrid model, I get paid on a lead and a sale. Yeah. Score, like that one, big nugget. Referral program, what if people who came in and engaged a service and became an affiliate, I got paid for what they did. Score, another big nugget. Repeating your revenues, engaging your revenues, these are really cool ways to help multiply yourself to reach those personal breakthroughs and those goals. 2-tier, the exact same thing, multi-tiers for engagements. A unique visitor, we know exactly what that is, and a unique session, very similar to a unique visitor, just how often a web page is actually seen. A text ad, used in pay-per-click, used in Facebook, used in Twitter, all over the place, or just text ads, that's all it really is. Pop-up and pop-under ads, once again, simple, simple, simple. We look at the website, an ad pops up, it's a pop-up. It pops under, it's a pop-under. That's what the ads are, pretty simple, right? A floating ad, well, it floats across the screen. It's really all there is to it. An interstitial ad, it comes in and it goes away. It comes in and it goes away. You've seen these kind of ads. A video ad, well, you know what that is? It's a video.
It's a video.
It's
Makes
an ad.
sense.
Pretty simple, right? Listen, we're a new industry in every single way. So picking up some terms, they seem almost silly, but the exact same point, they're words you want to keep in your mind as we kind of go through this entire process. And that's the hull of it. That's the bottom of it. That's your bottom ground floor, my friends. This gives you a fire hose of information about an industry. But listen, here's your most important thing to do about day 2. Here's the one thing you want to keep in mind, the one thing you want to keep in your mind. Day 2 is your thesaurus. There's a lot I just gave you, and we spent well over an hour going deep in all this process. I gave you so much information for one important reason, so you can come back to this over and over and over and over again, because there's going to come a time when you might get confused. There's going to come a time when you're not really sure what's happening. There's going to come a time when you're wondering what really to do. That's okay. Everyone asks these questions. Come back to day 2. Get your overview. Come back to day 2. Get the definition. Look at your notes. It'll all be there. Our goal, my goal, this whole program is designed to put you into a position where you can, 1, earn that commission. Get your first commission. No one forgets their first check. 2, how to take that commission and understand the cycle, the systems, and the process so you can do it again and repeat it without looking at me and going through these videos. And number 3, as you recall, to be able to develop that process into a massive action and a massive revenue generating process. You'll get everything you need to get through step 1, 2, and 3 in these 14 days. But when you go beyond these 14 days, if we cement into your mind how to really be successful, I can promise you one thing. You'll become a specialist in the trainings. You'll become a specialist in the marketing methodologies. You'll become a specialist in the income generation. You become a specialist in everything you do, because it's your opportunity to take control of a new industry and a new revenue source to change your paradigm, to change your life. And you can do this. You can do this step by step, because I will not stop until you have your results. I will not quit until we've given you everything you need. Vic and I will walk you through this step by step by step. Tomorrow, we get busy. We understand the industry a little bit. We understand some terms. A lot of things are floating around, and I want you to engage that one. Your homework tonight is simply to go over your notes. That's your homework. All I want you to do tonight, your first assignment, is to review your notes. I want you to tell me what an above the fold means. I want you to tell me what a CPC means, what a CPA means, what a CPS means, what a hybrid model is. I want you to go over your notes and understand this industry, understand the terms. If there's a term you didn't pick up, you didn't get, I want you to go back through the clip, find out where it is, write it down so you've got it in your mind. This is just to get you familiar with this space. So when we go through and we say, listen, what's your CPC? And here's your campaign. You just ran it, and we bought traffic at Facebook and at Google, and we got actions coming, or this is happening, and do you know what your earnings per click is? Are you making money? And you may say, I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to tell it to you again and again and again and again and again. So you're going to get me giving you definitions on this all for the next 2 weeks. However, you can come back here and get even more to make it for yourself. Any last questions, Mark and Chris?
No.
Not for me.
You ready to rock and roll?
We're ready.
Tomorrow we go over our campaign blueprint.
Great.
Listen, guys, right below this video, give me your comments, give me your feedback. If there's something more you think you need, let me know. You're getting value, let us know. But above all, get pumped and get excited, because tomorrow we build your campaign. Tomorrow we begin building your program that makes you the opportunity you've been wanting to have and begins your breakthrough in a whole new way. This is your future. This is your program. This is your training and your opportunity. My friends, that's it for me for today. Get some rest, get ready, go over your notes, get ready for tomorrow, and we're going to go deep into your program. Have a good night.
All right, hey, welcome to Project Breakthrough. My name is Vick here with my partner.
I'm Jason McLean. Good to see you guys. Welcome to Project Breakthrough. Are you excited? I know I am.
Awesome. I'm pumped, man.
You're
I'm
pumped.
So listen, you are here because you just created an account with Project Breakthrough, which is a program from High Traffic Academy. We'll tell you a little bit about that in just a minute here. I just wanted to say congratulations. Hear me out. Lean close to your computer. Hear me out. Your life in the next 14 days have a potential to change beyond your belief, all right? And so we'll tell you exactly what this program is all about here in just a minute. So before we do that, again, who am I, right? So I'm the founder of High Traffic Academy and co-creator of this awesome program called Project Breakthrough with my business partner here, Jason McLean.
It's an amazing program in every single way. And listen, we've been doing this business for a long time. We'll tell you about who we are a little bit later, but this program right now, Project Breakthrough, is designed to change your life in lots of new ways. So sit back, relax, but matter of fact, no, don't sit back and don't relax. Actually, get a notepad and a pencil, because what we're gonna go deep into in the next 14 days literally is telling you exactly what we've done for the past 20 years in the space. I mean, for a month of Sundays, we've been doing this, and we're gonna give it to you absolutely free, step by step by step, so you can get a true breakthrough and start, living your life the way you wanna live it on your terms. This is your day.
Right, so let's get into it, Jason. So this is day number 1. It's a 14-day program. Listen, 14 days out of your life to change your life. All right, keep that in mind as we go together through this. 14 days to change your life absolutely beyond your belief. So,
100%.
So here's how the program is going to work. Every single day, we're going to take one step at a time. You will find out, this is the most step-by-step, most comprehensive program you have ever seen being put together anywhere. So this is day number 1, introduction. This is going to be a short video. We just wanted to get to know you a little bit, or you get to know us a little bit here. We have a little bit of a different approach here that we're going to introduce you to. And so here is what you can expect over the next 14 days, right? So Jason, here's the outcome for the next 14 days. There's 3 things.
Okay, the very first thing you realize is this: no matter what we do for the next 14 days, our goal is to teach you, number 1, how to earn real money, a real commission. You've never done the online space before. You have no idea what's going on whatsoever. And you're asking yourself the question, how can these guys take me from one place to another in 14 days? How can I really find real money? Well, our very first goal is to show you exactly how to do that. So no matter what happens at the end, on day 14, your bank account should have more money in it than it does today, unless you're spending money buying things, which you don't want to do. That's a bad idea. So stay tuned, because this program is going to give you that number 1 objective: real earnings in the online space in 14 days.
Even if somebody is total beginner, even if they have never done anything like this before in their life, even if you don't know what a click is, okay? So hear me out. Number 2, okay, there's 3 specific outcomes to the program. Outcome number 2 is make sure that you understand, as we go through this journey together, right? So make sure that you understand how you did that, so you can repeat the process and you can do it over and over and over again, right? Pretty awesome.
Yes, 100%. And then listen, and number 3, no matter what you're looking at, the third thing we want to make sure you do is have the ability to rely, there we go, we'll press a button, there we go, to rely upon that income, and no matter what, how to scale that income in a massive, massive way. I mean, think about this. If today you can make $50 and maybe tomorrow you can make $100 and the next day you make a little bit more, no matter what that process is, can we take that from that one income, teach you the process, how it's done, and then scale it massively so you can rely upon it. And hopefully, and by God's grace and mercy, hopefully, you can turn this opportunity, these 14 days, into a lifestyle. So you can begin to live life on your terms. Begin to possibly quit your job. Stop doing the things you've done before so you can do this over and over again. And everything we've outlined this entire 14 days is a step-by-step process, no matter what you know or don't know, to walk you through these 3 simple objectives. So your tomorrow is way better than your today.
That's it. That's it. So before we get into all the details on how this is going to work and actual trainings, since we're going to be spending 14 days together, right? I think it's a good time for us to tell a little bit about who we are. Yeah. Listen, if I were in your shoes, right? I would be sitting there. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'd be asking, who are you, right? Why should I be listening to you? Why should I take 14 days or an hour or a minute of my life to listen to you, to anything you have to say? So Jason, why don't you've been in this space for 20 years, 20 plus years now, right?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Okay, well, I'm Jason. That's number one. Jason. Listen, a little about who I am. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Number one, first and foremost, where I am today is 20 years in .coms. I have literally sold over 14 .com companies. I run and manage 9 different .com companies today, and I teach entrepreneurs and online marketers how they can build online businesses to success. That's where I am today. On top of that, of course, I have 3 amazing daughters, and if you've got daughters, I thoroughly apologize because it is a lot of work when you raise 3 little girls up from infancy into young ladies. But it's a joy, and a lovely, lovely wife for, gosh, a dozen years now. So my life today is a lot different than it used to be. And if I go back 20 years ago, almost 25, even more than that, I can tell you a story about a guy who had a dream to do what everyone else wanted to do, which is simply put, build a career, build a future, and make money and have a life. So I went to school like many of you probably did, and I studied and got good grades, and then I went and got a job. Well, lo and behold, that job was going great, and so many months after that job started, I got laid off. Found myself not finding anywhere else to go, and I had no way to get ahead. The next thing I decided to do was start, well, you know what? I'll start my own company. Why not? You can make money that way. So I began going down that road and found myself knocking down more doors and more challenges, and all to the point where I found nothing but despair and failure. And I found myself literally living under a bridge a long time ago, and it was hard. I could not find a way out, and I was scared and I was lost. But I found a mentor. I found a friend. Someone met me one day and taught me something very unique and very different. How to never give up and never quit. And it was a time when the .com was just beginning. And I took my hand back into entrepreneurship. I took my hand back into building a company, and I began to build something in the online space. I learned it by trial and error, step by step, day by day, moment by moment. And in these days, going back 20 years ago, the .com world was nowhere near what it is today. There was no regulation whatsoever. Google didn't even exist. There was no Yahoo, there was no Bing, there's none of this stuff. It was the wild, wild west. And I came up through those ranks. So in 20 years of living in this dream, 20 years of entrepreneurship, starting a company, building a company, trying to grow it up, the one thing I learned was how to build a business in the online space. So today, 20 years later, married, kids, happy, loving life, my whole goal in life is to give you what I've done in 20 years over the next 14 days. So your life can be different. So you don't need to go through those struggles, and you don't have to figure out all the answers to the questions you've not yet asked. So for me, I'm your coach today. I'm your teacher. I'm your mentor. And Vic and I can hope to change your life.
That's an amazing story you got there, Jason. And I've seen your family, met your family. You are a blessed man.
Thank you very much, brother.
Awesome. So I don't want to bore you to death with my story, but let my story be an inspiration to you, my friend. Listen, I don't know what you're going through in life right now. Maybe you tried to make money online before. Maybe you are trying to build a company right now and you're just running into brick walls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have never tried to make money online. Maybe you are under that thumb. You're working for somebody and you have to clock in, right? And you just don't like that. You want more freedom. I got started at a very young age. I was 20 years old and we got married, still kids, And as a matter of fact, right now, here's my family. This is, I've been blessed with a, gorgeous wife and 6 amazing children. And I feel blessed and highly, favored by God. And but my beginnings were very, very humbled. Starting at the age of 20 and getting married, I very quickly realized that working for somebody else is not going to help me provide the lifestyle for my family that I truly want them to have. And so I started to look around, and I was just fortunate enough to come across this internet marketing space. And I've seen all these people making great incomes, right? And I see this guy living in the house that I wanted to live, and somebody else has the car that I really wanted to have. And that to me was really, really attractive. There was one problem. I had no idea how to do it. I don't know what your situation is. Maybe you came across this video, maybe you saw an advertisement, right? And you're like, man, I really want that kind of lifestyle. I want to inspire you because that's possible. Yes. That's possible. Here's a very, very short version of my story. I started out not knowing anything about marketing, right? And I was fortunate enough to have the right mentor come into my life early enough. And I was just smart enough to listen, right? And apply what I learned. And in a matter of about 3 months, I was able to absolutely change my business around. I started out by borrowing money. I don't know if you know the feeling of not having $1.19 to your name. To go to Walmart, here in the States, we have this supermarket, right, Walmart, and not being able to have enough money to buy bread for your family. I've been there. I know what it's like to be on that side. I also know what it's like to make $700,000 in a single month. But you know what else, my friend? I know what it's like to be humiliated publicly. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a quick story of what happened. So, from 2005 to 2009, right, I've built, by following what my mentor told me and by being a good student, I was able to build a pretty successful online business. You know, my income was up to, you know, $40,000, $50,000 a month or something like that. And life is going great. It was end of 2009. I remember this clear as day. My wife is pregnant with our third boy, and she was about due. She was like 8.5 months pregnant. And we were doing remodeling in our home. And one day, November 2009, I hear a knock on my door. And I open up the door, and there is an officer from U.S. Marshal's office, and he's like, "Hey, you Vitaly Straisius?" And by the way, Vitaly is my first name, Vick is my middle name. I just go by Vick because it's just easier for people. I say, "Yes, what can I do for you, sir?" And he says, "We have a warrant for your arrest."
Straisius, who has no other criminal offenses, pleaded guilty to 1 count of grand theft. As an insurance man, he was getting paid advance commissions for any
I was
clients
about to
he
fall
signed
over.
up.
I'm like, what? What for? Well, before I started my online marketing, before I went into online marketing, I sold life insurance for a period of time. I was still a kid, like 19, 20 years old. This is 5 years earlier, right? And so I sold life insurance for a period of time. And there was one particular time, one particular moment where I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I was desperate for money. And I thought, what if I just come up with fake numbers and submit a fake, application to an insurance company? No real people involved. I would never do anything to hurt real people, and see if they will pay me. And I knew that if they paid me, then those commissions would be charged back later. But I would write enough business to cover that, right? And then I got sick and tired of traveling all the time, being in insurance, and got to the internet. Started my internet ventures, and again, this is 5 years later, 2009. I am having this great online business going, and just so happened that 5 years later, my friend, hear me out. 5 years later, one of those policies got audited, and that's how they got me 5 years later. Okay, so there's, I got sued in 2009 for something I did when I was a kid 5 years previous, right? And so Vick got his, 30 seconds of fame on local TV station, and the word got out. And imagine this, everything that I've built up to 2009, all my coaching clients and students, everybody started to freak out. Oh my goodness, Vick is a scam, Vick is this, Vick is that, right? But in 2009, 2010, I had to just completely walk away from what I was doing as an entrepreneur on the internet, and had to just let everything go, and I had to start from scratch. My friend, the reason I'm telling you to say this, number one, I'm a real human being. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I paid for my mistakes, but I was able to bounce back. And so no matter what you might be going through in business right now, right, there is a way out. Your past does not determine, it does not label who you are. What we do today dictates what we're going to have tomorrow. And so since 2010 to now, you know what? I have a new passion. My definite purpose right now is to serve my community better than anybody else, is to help create more success stories than anybody else. And here we are with Project Breakthrough. And so what I'm going to do is, in the next 14 days, along with Jason here, we're going to condense our experience into 14 days and give you the information that you need to move the needle for you, okay? As a matter of fact, let me tell you what happened, okay? Let me tell you what happens when you go through the journey over the next 14 days. It's not 14 years, it's not 14 months, it's 14 days.
Two simple weeks. 2 weeks. Your entire life.
Let me tell you, let me show you, let me give you a glimpse, right? And the reason I'm going to do this is just so that you have that inspiration. I want to inspire you, my friend, because I don't know, again, wherever you are right now, your past does not equal your future. What you do today is going to dictate where you're going to be tomorrow. Let me show you what happened, okay? See, before I even do that, I've built my business, and I'm sure Jason is the same way, on this one principle. There is one book that I read every single day, right? I try to anyways. And it's the most amazing book on success ever written. And that book, there's one little thing in that book that says, whoever desires to be great among you shall become your servant. Okay? And I built my business on this principle. This is the core of my business. This is the core of what we do here in High Traffic Academy. And here's what I'm going to promise you right now. I'm going to serve you. Okay, I'm going to serve you better than anybody else. There's a lot of garbage out there. There's a lot of junk out there in the industry. There's a lot of people, metaphorically speaking, they'll try to feed you junk, right? What happens if you eat bad food?
You get fat and uncomfortable and you don't look too good.
And you don't feel good,
No,
right?
not
And
at
it
all.
hurts you.
Yes,
and then
100%.
eventually you're going to die,
That's right.
Here's my promise. Here's our promise to you, along with Jason. We're going to feed you good food, all right? Over the next 14 days, we're going to give you nutrients for your business that's going to help you take your business and flourish, all right? Here's what happens. Back, when I discovered and I broke through, in this marketing game, I started promoting other people's products. And you don't have to. I'm just showing you the result right now, just to inspire you and show you what's possible when you follow, and what's possible for you, really, with this program. To give you an idea here, promoting somebody else's programs, right, which we'll talk about here over the next couple of days, how to set this whole up. I was able to build my income from literally zero, not knowing anything about marketing, to earning, as you can see, they're up to 7,000, 8,000 per day, 16, 70,000, 50,000 per week, as you can see there. This is not having a single product, not understanding much about, websites and how to code this stuff, just simply running, other people's products. By implementing what I'm going to show you here and what we're going to do over the next 14 days, one of the things that I've discovered and really, really perfected is creating funnels and systems that convert really, really quickly. If you are trying to make money fast on the internet, I'll tell you this, it's possible. It's only possible when you have the right system working for you. Let me give you a little idea of what's possible, right? What kind of systems I've created before. I came across this company, it's a network marketing direct sales company. And I started out at absolutely zero. As a matter of fact, you can see this in November, right? This was November here a couple of years ago. As you can see, it's zero. And this is not a screenshot. This is real, our website actually. Look at this. So this is November, we're at zero. In December, right? That same year, $264,000 from scratch. Okay. Now check it out. In January, right? We'll go to January, another $456,000. Okay. We go to February, another $174,000. We go to March, $226,000. This is me promoting somebody else's product. You see the power of this? How did I do this? I did this by creating the system, and that's exactly what we're going to do over the next 14 days, is walk you through, and better yet, we'll build a system just like it together. Okay? So that's my story. That's very, very quickly, who we are, why you should listen. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you pay extra close attention and you go full out, because what we're going to do here has a potential to absolutely transform your life. And the way we're going to do this, Jason, right, is we said, let me actually, take this over here. I want to show you something. We wanted to take this to another level. Most programs, when people, watch online, right, there is typically a guru, right, standing in front of the camera, and they were just talking, right? And most people are like, okay, well, it's easy for you, Jason, to make money. You've been doing this for 20 years. So what we wanted to do, talk to them about.
We want to change the world a little bit. I mean, think about this. For the next 14 days of your life can really be different. And learning from a couple of guys and sitting down in the room is one part of that entire process. I mean, Vick is an amazing, amazing friend, a great mentor to many individuals, and he understands the online space. He's done a great deal in that online space. And I can tell you one thing that's reality. With the years he's been doing this industry and what he's been doing, the money he's generated, and the 20 years I've done this for my entire life, my entire career, and managing nothing but million-dollar campaigns, you're in the right place at the right time to change your life. There is no question you could probably ask me or Vick that we probably couldn't answer. There's no campaign you can think about running that can generate revenues for yourself. So listen to me very clearly. The next 2 weeks of your life is all about listening and following the leader. Don't try to step ahead. Don't try to jump into something else. Just listen up clearly. And one of the best ways to listen is in a classroom, right? When you sit down, you're in a class, you got Johnny next to you, Sally next to you, and Sue next to you. But unfortunately, you're just right there behind a computer or behind your TV set and just watching this video. Well, we wanted to change that for a little bit because I want to make sure one thing is really important, and I didn't get a chance to touch on it, but I want to make a point you understand something. What Vic said about being the servant, about serving you guys, this is a way that we're going to give back to you in such an amazing way so that one of these days, after you've gone through these 14 days, you've learned the principles, you've applied the principles, you've found the results, you can give it back to somebody else. Pay this forward. This training, this program, this entire program at Project Breakthrough, after you go through it, you promise me one thing. When you get value, and you will get value, when you earn money and you'll find opportunity in this program that is amazing, you pay it forward. You give me that promise today. I'll give you my time, I'll give you my effort, I'll give you my 20 years in this space if you help somebody else go along this path. Because when someone has the chance to live life on their own terms, to go to a ball game when they want to go to a ball game, to go camping, to what they want to do without having to ask somebody to go on a holiday or something else, that changes who they are, it changes their core, and I'm going to change your core. So I just asked you for 14 days. Give us your time. We have the moral authority, my good friend likes to say, to tell you this because we've done it time and time again. So listen, you're not by yourself. And you're not the only person in this space. And what we wanted to do was go out and find a family, a couple, an individual, a man, a woman, two people with real lives, with a real rent payment and a real mortgage payment and a real life in every aspect whatsoever, and change it. Literally change it from the ground up. So I want to introduce you to a couple of people, Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Chris Barley, and welcome to Project Breakthrough. Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here.
So this is, I want to pre-frame and tell you exactly what's going to happen here. So typical programs, right, typical trainings that you see online out there is just one quote unquote guru talking to you, and you'll be like, okay, why should I listen to you? How do I know you're going to get me results? We wanted to change that around. We wanted to make it fun, right? And so this is going to be very, very hands-on, very workshop style, like, experience here. So Mark and Chris, you guys are total beginners in this space. You have never done marketing online before. You have never owned an online company, online business. And one of the things that I want to make sure that is very, very clear is you guys are not actors. Yep. You are real family with real kids. You weren't paid to be here, for acting or whatever. There is a lot of people or a lot of, quote unquote gurus who are, will present to you something, right, and then there's somebody else talking and they're an actor, right? And then at the bottom of the website there's a disclaimer saying the people in the video are actually actors and they got paid to be here to act and say the script. There is no script over here. We're just talking from here.
We are so candid, believe me, when I say there's no script because we'll click a button here and there because this is real and there's no editing back and forth to figure out, oh, I didn't want to say this one. We're going down this journey. So with you guys, Mark and Chris, we're going to watch a little clip, which we're going to break away in a second. But just to make sure, give me your knowledge on a scale of 1 to 10 of the online industry.
Can we use a negative number? Start us at 0.
It's a 0.
It's
okay,
a 0.
Great. Listen, I don't want to give all the story away, but we did take some time.
I have a video to roll. Right?
We're going to have video. We took some time and we actually went and sent a crew behind the scenes. So this is going to look a little polished, but it's bottom line. We want to tell you their story and let them tell it to you. So we'll break right now and we'll be right back in 1 second. Watch their story and then we'll come back. We'll talk to Mark and Chris and we'll begin this amazing day of your life.
Hi, I'm Mark Barley.
And I'm Kristen Barley. We're the Barley family. We live here in San Clemente, California. We have 3 wonderful daughters, all different ages and stages in their lives.
I am from St. Louis, Missouri, originally, and then one day decided to join the Marine Corps. At the same time, I was just about ready to finish my enlistment period. I got into the mortgage business. And it was a time in the mortgage business where everything was great. You couldn't help but to make money.
We met in 2002 and basically grew up in this business. I came right out of college and went straight into finance. We had a great quality of life at that time because we were financially sound. Things were building. We decided to start a family. We felt like we were on top. And just as quickly can things come, quickly things can go.
Ring in 2007.
Yeah.
Man, we took it on the chin. It was bad. It was bad, and so bad, in fact, that we basically lost everything. You know, our houses, money, cars, you name it. We lost it, and there was nothing we could do. We knew we had bills to pay, houses to pay for, cars, kids, you name it, you know, like everyone else. And it was scary.
Is so detrimental to your mental drive. You think, oh my goodness, how am I going to support my family not only today, but also long term? We've got college and weddings and retirement and all of the above and all these things that you start thinking about. I came out of college going into mortgage. He came out of the Marine Corps going into mortgage. This is all we know. This is the only experience that we had. So of course we're going to fall back into it.
It's still very rocky. It's up and it's down, and it's in and it's out. And you know, at this point, we're tired of it. You know, we want to live our lives based on what we want to do with our kids and not worry about work, because that's in the forefront of our lives right now. Everything revolves around our jobs and the office, and you know, we're very interested in finding a way to change that.
We want to build something not only for our quality of life today. We don't want our business to have to drive our every single day. We want our children to see that in us, in our business, not struggling every single day. Not, Mommy, why are you so, stressed out? Or Dad, why are you in a bad mood? And so that's why we need a change, and is going to give us the ability to gain control again.
I think this is going to give us the opportunity to reach into something that we don't know anything about. We have no experience with online marketing at all whatsoever, but we're smart enough to know and see that a lot of people are making money doing this. From what I understand so far, we're going to be able to get in, we're going to be able to learn, we're going to be building these businesses instead of sitting on the couch. We can be working and building an online business.
And if we can learn this and grow and create a successful company, which I truly believe that we can with this program and then expanding, I think that it can help other people who are in our same position, who don't know anything about this space, who don't know what they're doing, but need to make a change in their life. And this is the ticket to be able to do that.
Mark, that's an amazing story, guys.
Yeah, it's been a long road, so we're really looking forward to making a change.
This is like perfect timing, isn't it?
Oh, it couldn't be better.
The great news for you guys, you don't have to unlearn anything.
Right.
If you're like them, like if you're total beginner, you've never done this before, awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. I don't know how you found this, but this is, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in accidents. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for the better, right?
It's all lined up.
So, but if you're somebody who has been running into brick walls, it's okay, because you can literally go on this journey with us, as we will with Mark and Chris. And the way we're going to do this is every single day, we're going to take what we need to do that particular day from scratch, not having a website, not having a product, not having anything. And we're going to build it out in 14 days. Mark and Chris, our outcome, our challenge is to make sure that you're making money. Okay?
Now that's a reality. Now think about it. Think about it for 1 second. Now you guys, pay attention here. This is a man and a woman that are in the mortgage industry who know nothing about the industry. And this is a live program. We're going through 14 days in 14 days, literally. So we have to make sure we give them every tool that they need, like we give to you every tool and knowledge piece you need, so that at 14 days, you can be clearly understanding that you are making money. So Mark, I got to make sure I put money in your pocket, or allow you to put money in your pocket. And Chris, money in your pocket, because at 14 days, if that doesn't happen, then we need to go back and watch a television show.
So basically, we're on a tightrope.
We're on a tightrope
in between the two skyscrapers.
But I like
with
the
no
challenge.
safety net, but it's real.
It's a challenge. It's a good challenge, and it can be done.
Right. So the way this is going to work, my friend, is there's going to be no editing. There is every single click, every single step, every single word, every single idea will be on camera, unedited, uncut, and you will be with us right here in this, conference studio as we go together. And so, and Mark and Chris, you guys literally will be living under the camera for the next 14 days.
Right. Feeling the pressure.
It's a little moment. Yeah. We're going to send the cameras home to you at night.
Great.
You're going to love that.
That's just what I need.
All right. So with that being said, here's my biggest pre-framed for you, right? So how do you get the most out of this program? We're about to jump into the official training for day number 1 here, your next video, which you can see right below this one. It's available to you. The way this program is structured is to literally take you through the steps and information that you need to go through in order so that by the time you are done with the program, you are making money, okay? And it's very realistic to have nearly, if not all, 100% success rate.
100%, agree in every single way. Now, if you look at the program, it's laid out for you, and you're going to see this down the program. There's all these clips down below. Couple rules you got to keep in mind to go through these 14 days. Number 1, you cannot go to video number 2 or day 2, 3, or 4, or 5 down the line until 24 hours after day 1. So you've got to watch day 1 or day 2 or day 3, the video before that one. Number 2, you have got to watch the complete video before you're allowed to access the next video. So these are given to you in a way that we believe will give you the most success. Next, remember, right along the side of this video, you'll see it right over there, right here in the video, there's a section there called Notes. Now, a notepad's great. I'm a digital guy myself. I'm .com, or what can I say? We've given you the ability to make this so easy so that right here on the side of your screen, you can write in your notes for each and every single video. Mark and Chris, you get no notes. You get a notepad because you are live and in this program with us. So you've got a note, you don't have a note. On top of that, you're going to have a section called the to-do list. You'll see a little tab right to the right of this video that says your to-do list. Every single night, you have assignments to do. This is like a class, and you've got homework assignments, Mark and Chris. You got to do them every single day, or you're going to get stars removed from your report card, and you're going to get, demerits and no brownie points. But if you do the homework, my friends, you'll find success. So you'll do the homework, you'll see them step by step with some bonus things there if you want to do them, if you will. But the bottom line is it's all laid out for you. On a couple of sections, you'll do some interactive activities, and that's laid out for you as well. And no matter what happens as you go through each and every single section, making your notes, right below each video is a chance for you to talk back to Vic, myself, and to Mark and Chris by giving us your comments every step of the way.
Participate. It's a community. There's tons and tons of people going through the program, thousands of people going through the program. Be a team player. So we have two-way communication street here, right? So we want to hear from you. So if you have questions, if you are excited, what's going on in your mind, let us know right below in the comments, below the video. That would be super.
I think we're ready to roll. Are you guys ready to get deep into this training? This is the very first day of the next 14 days. So listen, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Pinterest, if you're on LinkedIn, if you tweeted somebody about some tweet that you had a tweet in your mind about tweeting, stop tweeting. Get rid of all your distractions. One thing I love to do is take my phone and put it on Do Not Disturb, turn off my notifications, and focus on this training because it can change your life. You have a cell phone, Mark?
I didn't bring it with me.
And Chris?
Nope.
Good. If not, we have to take you out and have to do something which would not be fun. So listen, no cell phones, no distractions. Let's get into day 1. Are you ready?
Yep. And
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I want to say something before we close this video out.
too.
You are ready. Everybody's ready.
We're ready.
So hope you're ready too as well. See, you're gonna get a lot of this, So
I'm ready.
get used to, to this man. He gets excited. Here, every single video is gonna have specific things for you to do. Here is what we would like for you to do for this particular video. Introduce yourself. In the comments below, tell us who you are, where you're from. Tell us if you're fired up about the program. Let's start from there, all right? And we'll see you in official training day number 1 here next video.
Looking forward to it, guys. Let's have fun. Cheers.